next on All Access.
I've been enjoying the city of Boston, enjoying the fans here in Boston, so it's been good.
We have helmets on all the time, so nobody really can see our face. So really, a lot of times for guys to get their shine on is walking into the arena, walking into the stadium. So a lot of guys take that to heart, like, hey, this is me, this is who I am, besides playing football.
Mid-November of 2007, the Patriots unleashed an offensive display rarely seen at the time.
Steps up, looks, fires it long and deep right side, caught, touchdown, Randy Moss.
Wilson's a pretty athletic quarterback. This guy's fast, he can run around, and just watch these guys chase him.
It's like Rocky chasing a chicken.
Yeah.
Back when Mick had him trying to catch that chicken. Once again, opportunity knocked, and once again, the Patriots failed to have the answers, falling to 1-5 on the year. Hello and welcome to Patriots All Access presented by Geico. I'm Steve Burton. 6 games in, New England finds itself in unfamiliar territory. Their worst record after 6 games since the 1995 season. Things don't get any easier either, as the Buffalo Bills are in town for a 1 o'clock game here at Gillette. Much to discuss and analyze, but let's begin with the sights and sounds from Sunday's loss in Sin City.
Let's go New England! Woo! Let's go, hey! One play at a time! Whatever happens, next play! One play at a time! Dominate, fellas! Play your most physical game today, play for each other. Win on 3, 1, 2, 3, win!
Hey, everybody. How you doing? Great to see you, sir. You get better looking every day.
What's up, Mr. Davon? Great to see you. Here we go. We done with the talking. We talk with our fans. All action. We'll talk about it later. Back in the 3, 1, 2, 3.
Always good to see you. Love you. Yep, you too.
Stay warm. Stay warm. Stay warm. Stay warm. Those 2 plays, again, we got to do a good job on the play action. Get vertical. Don't care. Get vertical. Get to the quarterback.
Takes the snap. Jimmy fires it wide, slant to end, makes the catch. Got it! Knocked there it is! Peppers, and it carries to Javon. And the Patriots finally with another takeaway.
Boy, make up for that. Great play, boy. Nice play. Great play, work. Good play. Let's go. See, I see what you see. I was about to say throw it early, but no, because that's smart, bro. That's a good job, bro.
Takes the snap on 2nd down and 6. Throws it left. And a catch by Bourne. Passes away. Runs it right across the 50. To the 45-40. Kendrick is tripped up. And he stumbles, falling inside the 30. Ryland's kick headed to the uprights. And the kick is good. And the Patriots are on the board.
Big drive. Going in the box. Hey, I dodged you. You know these safeties don't want to tackle once it gets to 2nd level.
We're in the pistol. And now we don't operate out of the pistol. Zeke runs it through the left side, fighting into the end zone. There you go. Touchdown, Patriots!
It's exactly like we designed it on the griddle. Come on, baby. Now's the time. Now's the time.
Stevenson in the backfield, takes the hand up, runs it left, he's in with a dive. Touchdown, Patriots. Madre Stevenson, back home in Las Vegas. Gives it to Jacobs. Runs up the middle. He's hit at the line, and he's dropped. Swarmed under by the Patriots. Belichick calls timeout on the far side.
No timeout! No timeout!
Parker to the left. Jones is in the end zone. He'll be sacked by Crosby. He came from the left side of the defense. It's a safety.
Welcome to our Bob's Discount Furniture Studios, everyone, with Mike Reese and Paul Perillo. What is the state of this football team right now?
That's a loaded question. I think it's pretty fragile, Mike. I think they haven't had a lot of success. I think they spent all of last week talking about the need to start over and get a fresh outlook. And then most of the things we saw, Mike, especially at the beginning of the game, were a continuation of the self-inflicted wounds, the penalties, the mistakes. They did some things better in this game, but they're still searching.
10 penalties for 79 yards. They're making the type of mistakes that we would look at over the years of the Patriots' success and say, that's a losing team. They beat themselves. What's the state of the team, Steve? I hate to say it, but they're one of the worst teams in the NFL right now.
Where are they at quarterback? What are they going to do with the quarterback situation?
Yeah, I think the situation in Las Vegas, Mike, I thought really interested me, the way that Belichick decided to use the backup quarterbacks. And I know that backup quarterbacks don't generally get a lot of interest once preseason's over. In August, it's a hot topic, and then all of a sudden it goes away. But to have Malik Cunningham as the backup and Bailey Zappi the emergency, I thought basically told everybody there's no way Mac Jones is coming out of this game barring an injury. And I thought that was kind of interesting after what happened the last 2 weeks where Belichick decided to take him out of those losses against Dallas and New Orleans. I thought that really his hand was tied there. He's not going to put Malik Cunningham in for an extended period of time.
Right.
So it would have had to be Zappi coming in and then both Jones and Cunningham not eligible, Mike. I thought it was odd.
And you heard whispers, maybe Mac's on a short leash. But I think what you're saying, Paul, is the way they set it up. He was on a long one.
It wasn't a short leash.
Exactly. So I have a couple thoughts on the quarterback, Steve. The first is that I feel like if they felt better about the options behind Mac, that Mac might not still be playing quarterback right now. So I think that's part of the conversation. And I also want to give Mac a little bit of credit. I actually think he bounced back from those two really horrific performances, against Dallas and against New Orleans. Some people might see that differently because it was far from perfect, and that interception.
Well, the game was more competitive. There's no question about that.
They didn't turn the ball over, and this is what Bill says all the time. No, but I'm saying they didn't give the other team points. They didn't have a pick six in the first quarter, and I understand that this sounds ridiculous that we're talking about. Hey, good job, you didn't give them a pick six.
You got to start somewhere.
That's
Paul.
what Bill Belichick has been pounding away at throughout this entire season. Protect the ball and give yourself a chance. That's what happened. Turnovers were 1-1, and you had a chance.
All right. So how do they keep it all together going forward?
I think they're going to need to find success at some point. I do think there's enough young guys on this team that are still finding their way in the NFL. They're not at a level, Steve, where you could turn the faucet off and say, well, all right, I know what it looks like when you have a playoff team. This isn't it. I'm just going to protect myself and make some business choices, as they like to say. But there's too many young guys in this team that I think are still fighting their way and trying to find a role.
Yeah, and in weeks like this, as a reporter, I try to go to the players that I feel like have a good pulse of the locker room. Matthew Slater, for me, is one of them. And I heard him talk this week about fighting human nature. They put so much into this, guys. Like, they were on the practice field for the second week in a row, an extra day. They were practicing Tuesday, which is normally a player's day off. They are pouring everything they have into it, but they're not getting results. Matthew Slater saying, you got to fight human nature. Why should I keep putting so much into it if we're not getting stuff out of it? Find out a lot about their character.
All right, well, don't go far, because you will also be at the end of the show as well. We'll be back with more Patriots All Access right after this.
Coming up on All Access.
Zeke runs it through the left side, fighting into the end zone. There you go. Touchdown!
A conversation with Zeke.
I can definitely feel a difference in how my body feels, so I feel really good. I feel fresh. I feel ready to go.
And later, we travel to South Florida with Patriots fashionista, Davon Godchaux.
So when a lot of guys have an opportunity to show things without having a helmet, you better take full advantage of it, because it might be the next job for you after football.
You're watching Patriots All Access.
Patriots All Access is brought to you by Bank of America, the official bank of the New England Patriots. And by Ace Ticket, where New England fans go for tickets to all their favorite events. Visit aceticket.com. And by AdCare. Be recovery strong. Speak up and reach out. Ask for help. Call AdCare at 800-ALCOHOL.
To the Social Media Minute, I'm Tamara Brown. We're officially less than 30 days away until the Patriots play internationally. But who's counting? Before the team heads out of the country, they were paid a visit by the World Cup champion German national team. Ahead of their friendly against the United States last week, they practiced at Gillette Stadium using Patriots and Revolution facilities. They also did community service in New England for World Homeless Day and a jersey swap with some Patriots players. In turn, the Patriots will train at the German Football Association campus ahead of their international game against the Indianapolis Colts at Frankfurt Stadium on November 12th. For more on the partnership, go to patriots.com. That's all for this week's Social Media Minute. I'm Tamara Brown.
Welcome back to All Access presented by Geico. Small improvements, but not enough in the end to change the result. Dan Roach explores how the Patriots can get over the hump.
Pocket holding. Jones launches a long ball to the near side.
The tough times continue for this Patriots team.
Oh, he put it there in his hands. Great throw. Couldn't make the catch.
Straight throw.
Down the left side at midfield.
They've dropped 5 of their first 6 games. But despite the challenging times, they continue to put their work in, even adding an additional day of preparation as they ready for the Bills.
Practicing on Tuesday has been new for us, but for me personally, but I think it's good for us. Everybody's coming out there with the right mentality.
We're trying to build that chemistry, and we are building that chemistry. It's kind of nice just being on the field with the guys and getting away from the outside world and all that noise.
That noise comes with losing, but Mac Jones chooses not to hear it and instead turns his attention elsewhere.
I just try to focus on the guys in the locker room because they're my friends, they're my teammates, and as long as we're together, then we should all be together. And I feel like that's what's happening, and that's important.
We have 2 choices now, and one of those choices is to keep with our commitment to each other, keep with our commitment to this team, to our process, and then just keep grinding.
There are injury concerns on both sides of the ball heading into the Bills game, with 20 players on the midweek injury report, but they're trying to find some positives. For instance, the offense put together 2 second-half touchdown scoring drives Sunday.
Like OB said, we're improving. Not there yet, but still got a lot of football ahead of us.
And on the defensive side, finally a turnover, thanks to a good football hit from Jabril Peppers.
Those are the type of plays that we need. We need those impact plays.
The Patriots have beaten the Bills 77 times. That's a franchise record for most wins against any team, including 36 of the last 46. But the tide has turned a bit for the Bills of late. They've won 4 straight over New England, including a playoff game. See if the Pats can turn the tide come Sunday. For Patriots All Access, I'm Dan Roach.
All right, Roachy, thank you very much for joining me now as Patriots running back Ezekiel Elliott, and it's good to see you, my friend.
Good to see you, too.
Record notwithstanding, how's it going for you?
It's going good, man. I've been enjoying the city of Boston, enjoying the fans here in Boston, so it's been good.
How do you feel physically? You didn't really have that much of a preseason. You came in here, they put you right to the fire right away.
I feel really good. I'm used to, playing a little bit more and getting more touches, so, I can definitely feel a difference in how my body feels, so I feel really good. I feel fresh. I feel ready to go.
Special play. Was that a wildcat play? Was it pistol? What was that all about? And were you comfortable doing that? Direct snap.
It was a wildcat play, and if we're inside the 5, I'm pretty happy they handed it off. So it was a direct snap, so I just had to get in there.
Tell me about your mindset when you're playing, when you have the ball in your hands, especially when you're down inside that red zone, and you know it's going to you.
My mindset, I'm just trying to hit them before they hit me. Obviously, you got to find the opening, but I'm trying to deliver the blow and find the end zone.
When you do have a good play, right, and you know it's a good feeling, you're doing this over and over again. Tell me what that is all about.
Just feed me. It's me, you know, just letting them know I'm in the zone. Get the rock again.
Do you feel like you're getting fed?
Yeah.
But you want more?
Yes, sir.
You're hungry?
Mm-hmm.
How are you playing off Ramondre, and how's Ramondre playing off you?
You know, Ramondre, we've known each other, you know, since he's been in the league. So he was a guy I've known, you know, for a couple of years. But
he looked up to you. Still does. Why you got that big smile on your face?
It just makes me feel old. It makes me feel old. You know, you play with the guys, or you know, you play against guys, and you know, after the game they come up to you and they're like, "Yeah, I watched you." You know, when I was in high school or in middle school, and I'm like, "Damn, how long have I been in the league?" You know what I mean? How long have I been in the league? But no, I mean, Ramondre's a special player, even better dude, and it's been good. You know, playing with him, and you know, complimenting each other.
Right.
You know, we're two backs that can do a lot of the same things,
right,
and have similar playing styles. And so I think it's good for our offense to have both of us.
Good luck on Sunday against Buffalo.
Thank you.
You got it. Ezekiel Elliott, our guest. We'll be back with more Patriots All Access right after this.
Congratulations to Salem High School's Matt Bouchard, who is our High School Coach of the Week. For the first time in nearly 2 decades, the Witches beat Lynn Classical in a shootout, as Salem remains undefeated this season. Presenting the award is Pro Football Hall of Famer Andre Tippett.
It's nice when you talk about what it's going to take to win, what it's going to take to hang in there when it's tough, and you guys have been showing that.
The Patriots Charitable Foundation is pleased to award $1,000 to the Salem High School football program in the name of Coach Bouchard.
Which of they want to do?
Welcome back to Patriots All Access. Time to sit down, talk with Coach Belichick. Coach, good to see you again. We talked last week, and you said the phrase entering the week was sort of starting over. Now, obviously the results weren't what you wanted them to be, but did you see glimpses of things that your team can build off that you didn't see the previous 2 weeks?
Well, we are obviously a lot more competitive, but we got better last week. We got better on the practice field, and that showed up in the game. Certainly still more to do, and, you know, we've got to execute better at critical times in the game. You know, we've had our opportunities here in several games this year, and we've got to, you know, just have to coach and play better at those critical moments.
Human nature is what it is. And I know you put a lot of work into it. Your team puts a lot of work in it. You demand that. And when you put that much work in it, you don't see the results. Human nature is to get down. How do you keep the guys up and going?
Yeah, well, National Football League, every week's a one-week season. There's a great challenge every week, and whatever happened the week before, good or bad, you have to turn the page, put it behind you, and move on to the next chapter and the next challenge. So that's just what we do.
Buffalo Bills, how much different are they from a year ago? I know they obviously lost their good linebacker, Milano, but still seems like they play hard. It's Josh Allen, right? Yeah, for sure. You know, a lot of the faces are the same. You know, Coach McDermott's taken over the play calling, you know, from Coach Frazier, and you know, they seems like they're mixing in a little more pressure, a little more their blitz zone packages. They're very disruptive up front, and you know, Josh Allen, Diggs, you know, Cook, they've got some explosive players offensively, and they're a well-balanced team, offense, defense, special teams, and they you know, they play sound. They don't beat themselves. They don't make very many mistakes. You got to go out there and you got to beat them, and it'll be a big challenge for us this week. But you know, it's a team we're familiar with, and you know, we've got to, you know how we're going to have to play these guys. We're going to have to be really disciplined and to be able to do it. You mentioned Sean McDermott. Now, when you watch the Bills, you've watched them grow from sort of being the hunter to the hunted. What impresses you about the way he has built their program there? Yeah, just their consistency. They really are pretty good every week. There's, you know, some weeks are a little better than others, like every team, but overall they're, you know, they do a pretty solid job every week, and they really defensively haven't changed much. They run pretty much the same defense that they've always run, and
they're a nickel team, and it doesn't matter who you put in there. You could put in, a bunch of receivers or a bunch of tight ends and fullbacks, and they play with the same players on the field for the most part. They really, substitute into a different group, so they've been able to, to transcend multiple offensive groupings and keep the same people on the field. And that's not easy to do.
Time now for the Ace Ticket Twitter question of the week. Comes from @Jake752. I actually had to look this up on Google. So after the safety, the punt happens. And normally he asks, 100% of the time you punt the football. What's the advantage of punting the football over kicking off the football when you're required to do that as you go back to play defense again?
Well, if you're playing for field position,
Yeah.
you can just get more hang time on the punts and just hang it up there longer. But I mean, if you had a kicker that had that, maybe a real big leg, and you could definitely kick off instead of punt. But I think it's a hang time thing. Our situation was kind of an onside kick, so either put the ball on the ground and make them field it, or try to kick a spinning kick up in the air and hope that they muff it. And so that's what we tried to do. Renfro made the fair catch, but that was. That was kind of the thinking behind that play.
Because they've kind of taken a run up, obviously taken a run up off the play to the onside. It's get it up in the lights, right? Maybe you muff it, like you said.
and put a little different spin on the ball. We were only kicking it, 10, 15 yards down the field, but, trying to put it up as high and make it as hard of a catch as possible. And, they made the play on it, and it was similar to an onside kick, but up instead of down.
Good stuff, Coach. If you want to ask the coach a question, you have to follow the team on Twitter. Hashtag it AskBB. Bellator, obviously a lot of weapons up there, and I think it's some pretty good guys on defense.
Yeah, we'll see some pass rushers here today.
All right, sounds good. Hang tight. We'll have more of All Access back right after this, and then we'll have the Bellator for you.
Coming up on All Access.
The Patriots Hall of Fame will welcome 2 new inductees.
A lot of fun to coach, enjoyed practicing, had a great attitude, had a great intensity about him. Mike was physically and mentally just tough.
Plus, we revisit a classic Patriots-Bills matchup.
Steps up, looks, fires it long and deep right side, caught, touchdown, Randy Moss.
You're watching Patriots All Access.
Patriots All Access is brought to you by Putnam Investments. Putnam Investments and the New England Patriots, proud partners committed to an active game plan on the field and off. By Gillette Labs with exfoliating bar, Gillette's ultimate shaving experience. And by Dan O'Brien Auto. Come in to any Dan O'Brien Auto Group store today and get your awesome protection plan, keeping it awesome. This player profile is brought to you by Pepsi.
Welcome back to All Access, presented by Geico. During the offseason of 2021, the Patriots signed free agent defensive lineman Davon Godchaux. Godchaux has been a dependable and steady force, anchoring the team's defensive front. Off the field, he has brought a different and still dependable kind of presence, as he is one of the Patriots' sharpest dressed players. As part of our continuing series, Do Your Life, presented by Putnam, we spent some time this summer with Godchaux at his home in Miami to get a better understanding of his passion for fashion.
Fabulous. You know I'm screaming fabulous. Say what? You know I'm screaming fabulous.
A lot of guys, as football players, we have helmets on, so you really can't see us like NBA, like baseball. So when a lot of guys have the opportunity to show things without having a helmet, you better take full advantage of it, because it might be the next job for you after football.
I'm confident, I run the show. I'm beautiful and everybody knows. I'm confident, I run the show. Talking about confident, I'm beautiful and everybody
It's a way of confidence. Somebody might not like what you got on, but it's cool. You're wearing it. And as long as you walk in the room and you're like 10 out of 10, like, you know that you rocking it, like nobody else's opinion really matters. We have helmets on all the time, so nobody really can see our face. So really, a lot of times for guys to get their shine on is walking into the arena, you know, walking into the stadium. So a lot of guys take that to heart, you know, like, hey, this is me, this is who I am besides playing football, you feel what I'm saying?
You can do it on a budget, I guess.
100%, balling on a budget.
Right.
Like, it don't have to be $2,000 shirts from Prada or any designer store. I don't spend all that on designer clothes. I try to mix sometimes with the highs and lows. So I don't want people to think that you got to go out and spend like thousands of dollars on clothes, because I don't recommend that for nobody. So Davon Godchaux does not recommend that for nobody. Let's just get that understood. Like, you got guys who don't really spend a lot of money, but they swag look exceptional, like look great. And you're like, hey man, like, how much you spend on that? Oh, I got this from a vintage store, like down like a hardware store or something. Like, it doesn't have to be, you don't have to go break the bank. Like, I love this jacket. I wore it one time, but I definitely gotta wear it again. I love it.
Every time I see this shirt, I'm like, okay, he's wearing the chef shirt again.
These white linen pants.
I love these pants.
So this is a suit that I'm gonna wear this year. Try to get like an all black John Wick type suit. Nobody's gonna have this suit. I promise you, nobody's gonna have this suit.
One thing about Davon, he gets really excited about his fashion.
Yeah, I get really, you can tell how passionate I'm getting right now. I get really excited. Yeah. She loves these pants. This is a really Virgil, like a pajama set.
We met here in Florida. We met at a beach club.
Yeah.
And then he tracked me down, and the next day he showed up at the same spot I was. And then I asked him for his number because everything was going really smoothly.
Nice music, vibe was great.
He was gonna ask me anyways, but he was taking too long. And I was just like, I like your vibes, let's keep in touch. He understood my industry, you know, even from the what he was wearing. It was just so much that we had in common, and fashion was one of them for sure. Yeah. So I have did a capsule collection with a swim brand called Cupshe, and it's gonna be Davon's first time seeing me actually walk, and I'm walking with our baby girl. So it's really exciting for him to be there to support me.
Hello and welcome to the third day of Miami Swim Week.
I'm at like every game watching him.
Every home game, yeah. She's at every home game, so now it's my turn to watch her. So it's very exciting for me. It's very exciting she's gonna have, you know, a baby girl.
A brand new baby girl born this fall. As well as building their family, Chanel and Davon are building a new home in South Florida.
Oh yeah, this is my favorite room. This is like the living room where no kids are allowed. And then there'll be artwork.
There'll be artwork down here. You can look over this and see the living room from here with the glass. Indoor kitchen, outdoor, indoor family room. This is like this will be like the outdoor kitchen in the outdoor space. So this will be like scarers. You can come out, cook. TVs will be out here.
This is definitely our dream home.
Who's the best dressed?
On the team?
On the team.
On the team? You know, like Godchaux had like big men's fashion style.
I love all my teammates from New England. And we joke about it a lot, but I know on the team, like, no disrespect to nobody, I got the best swag on the team. I'm not even like kidding you. I want so many guys on my team to just have that confidence to pull off whatever they want to pull off. I believe that, you know, my swag is unbelievable, but you know, that's speaking of my confidence.
Mid-November of 2007, the Patriots unleashed an offensive display rarely seen at the time.
Steps up, looks, fires it long and deep right side. Caught. Touchdown, Randy Moss.
New England scored touchdowns on their first 7 possessions.
Complete to Moss, down inside the 10 to the 5 and in. Another touchdown, Brady to Moss.
Oh, boy.
Tom Brady threw 5 touchdown passes, 4 to Randy Moss.
Looks, fires, touchdown, Randy Moss again. My goodness, what a combination these two have become.
As the Patriots put a season-high 56 points in a stampede of the Bills.
Welcome back to Patriots All Access. Time now for the Bellator coach. 4 good looks at the Bills starting on defense here from the red zone.
Well, let's start with Ed Oliver, number 91. He plays 3 technique. Here or there in a even defense because of the passing situation, but he usually plays the 3 technique, which means he lines up between the guard and the tackle. And you could see him pass rushing here. Really a disruptive player, flushed the quarterback out of the pocket. This is against the Raiders, against Garoppolo. And then, Ebenezer, who's part of their rotation on the defensive line, comes off here and, bats the ball down. But very disruptive pass rush. And they rotate through a lot of guys. They play 7-8 guys up there. This is really, I think, the play that sums it up for me against the Jets. So, we start with Floyd over here. Daquan Jones, who's injured, so he won't play, but, you can see him here in this game.
Yeah, they got some guys
Oliver,
out. Yeah.
Russo, and then you go right down the line, Von Miller. I mean, it just keeps coming. But this is Russo coming underneath here, and Oliver, looping around. Floyd over here, and just, Wilson's a pretty athletic quarterback. This guy's fast. He can run around, and just watch these guys chase him. I mean,
stay with it.
I'm telling you, they chase this guy all over the field. They're running. They're just as fast as he is.
It's like Rocky chasing a chicken.
Yeah.
Back when Mick had him trying to catch that chicken. Yeah, that's second effort, right?
You can just really see how athletic these guys are. I mean, they're 275, 285, 290. And they're not losing much ground to this guy. And Wilson's a pretty athletic kid. So good pass rushers, very athletic, and they can really run you down.
All right.
Kind of like the Dallas group.
Yeah. Okay. Very, very good. So big and fast. Big and fast up front. And of course on offense, Gabe Davis, right?
Yeah, Gabe Davis is and he's a big red area receiver for him, and so he's number 13. Gabe's down here, and he runs a little. Route faking like he's going to block, and you can see Allen kind of turn and pump the tear screen out here. And then Davis just gives him the slip, and Allen puts it right on the money. So big red area target. He's had some success against us in the past and against a lot of teams. Big guy can go up and get the ball, over the middle or down the sideline.
And Allen's a guy who really forced it in a tight window, too, because he has that arm strength.
He sure does.
Got to be on alert down there. Of course, there's Diggs.
Yeah, this is Diggs here, and this is, some fans probably seen this play on the highlight reel, but this is pretty impressive here where, Kahoo's out here, and he's kind of got him on the sideline, almost pushed him out of bounds, and so it's, a little 10-yard catch there, and then Jones comes over, can't get him down, and so it's not just the route running and the hand-eye coordination, catching ball on the sideline, making tough catches in traffic, but then it's after the catch. And Diggs is a very competitive, strong, for his size guy with good speed, very good running ability, and breaks a couple tackles there and turns into a 50-yard touchdown. So. It's again,
it's like
a lot of weapons.
Floyd on defense, no plays ever dead, right?
That's right.
All right.
That's
Coach,
right.
good luck. Good to be home.
Appreciate it. Thanks.
All right, divisional game. Go get him. There's your Bellator. More Patriots All Access. We'll return right after this.
Patriots All Access is brought to you by Bank of America, the official bank of the New England Patriots, and by Putnam Investments. Putnam Investments and the Patriots, proud partners committed to an active game plan on the field and off.
Brady throws to the end zone. Touchdown, Mike Vrabel.
We're privileged to honor you as the 34th player inducted into the Patriots Hall of Fame.
Thank you. I know that you don't think it's a big deal until you get called, and obviously I'm very honored.
Got to be hit inside by Mike Vrabel.
Mike meant so much to our program, and Mike gave us a lot of leadership and communication on the field.
But take a look at it on the side. I don't know if you can see it very well on the end zone film.
They just try to like get in front of you on those.
No, but I'm just saying that like on third down or on second and long, when they're in the gun or even when they're in 11 personnel. Just see what you think. Yeah, just take a look at it and see what you think.
Blasting up the middle was Mike Vrabel.
A lot of fun to coach. Enjoyed practicing. Had a great attitude. Had a great intensity about him. Mike was physically and mentally just tough.
We gotta be as strong as we've ever been at this point, this time. Now we gotta play our best football. Let's go.
Dante Scarnecchia, you will be a contributor going into this class.
So fortunate to have Dante here. Just gave so much professional leadership, instruction, discipline to our team and to the staff and to the entire program.
Seize this moment. Let's go.
One of the hardest workers. You just couldn't beat Dante into the office. He'd be here at 4:30 in the morning. It was very fortunate to have coached with him.
Welcome back to Patriots All Access, everyone, in our Bob's Conference Studios. Back with Mike Reese and Paul Perillo. At what point in time did the Patriots start to go in a different direction and start playing the youth, the younger guys?
Yeah, sort of, more of an eye toward the future, Mike. Yeah, and I think that for me, it would have been 2 weeks ago. But I do think you're starting to get to those kinds of stages now. And, one of the things that really struck me after the Las Vegas game was Martin Mapu. Mm-hmm. Didn't really have much of a role on defense, had no role on defense. Yeah. Actually, I think those kinds of guys, Steve, I'd like to see a little bit of. I understand that there's a desperation going on. And these guys, it's a livelihood. They're trying everything they can to win games. I would like to see what the future might look like with some of these younger guys. I would start doing that now.
We're getting close, is what I would say, Steve. I mean, I think they need a winning result. Mm-hmm. So I wouldn't say start it this week. That's what I would say. But to use a football analogy, we're at the 10-yard line. And
which 10?
Well, the wrong 10. They're like the last drive. They're going backwards.
Right.
Right. So that would be my thought.
Next opponent, Buffalo Bills. How vulnerable are the Buffalo? Yeah, great. But are they vulnerable?
Listen, their offense has been a little sporadic, and their defense is really beat up, especially in the middle. But I look at the Raiders' defense, Mike, and I don't think the Raiders' defense is any good at all. And the Patriots had a really hard time generating much offense. So. No, I just think there are too many good players on Buffalo for me to say this is a vulnerable team coming in.
Yeah, I do subscribe to the theory that it's as important when you play a team as who you play. I think it's a good spot, in that sense for the Patriots. But the difference in, call it weight class, if you will, I don't think is enough to bring it back. Look, any given Sunday, I don't think people thought the Jets had beat the Eagles this past week. So anything's possible, Steve, but to me, you're sort of, grasping for hope with that topic.
Prediction.
My prediction is that I'd feel better if Buffalo were playing better. I think they need to right their ship a little bit. Offensively, the last 2 games, they haven't really done much.
So you're saying that Buffalo's coming in here more focused?
Yeah, well, I think that the game that I would tell you is the trap game is in 2 weeks with Miami, down in Miami, where Miami plays the Eagles and then they play the Chiefs. They might overlook the Patriots. I don't think Buffalo's in that position. I'm going to go 27-16 Buffalo.
Yeah, red zone defense for the Patriots, maybe a little bit of a bright spot, so maybe they can keep it close. Sure. But I'm going Bills. I was wrong last week. Paul, I think you're 2 up on me on the season. I think it's going to be tough to catch up. We'll go Bills 24-16.
All right. Thank you very much. So what you're saying is they're going to be 0-4 at home.
Yeah.
That'll do it for this week's edition of Patriots All Access from Mike Reese and Paul Perillo. I'm Steve Burton. Have a great week, everybody.